Hello, I'm Whalley. Welcome to Lenscraft. Today we're going to look at another of the common editing tools that you find in many photo editors, and that's layers. When we edit an image, we should make use of layers. This is an important tool and it's very powerful. It makes photo editing that much easier. Unfortunately, lots of people avoid using layers because they find them confusing. Let's look at an example in Photoshop to start with. When you're new to Photoshop, it's easy to fall into the habit of applying adjustments directly to the image. For example, we can apply a curves contrast adjustment to this image. If you're not sure how the curves adjustment works, try watching my previous video. I'll put the details in the video information below. Now we've applied the adjustment, if we think it's too strong, we can't correct it. Our only option is to undo and reapply the curve. This means if we've made other adjustments after the curves adjustment, we also need to undo and redo those. This is time consuming and it's easy to make mistakes. It's also important to understand that each adjustment we apply to an image degrades the quality of the image slightly. If you make lots of adjustments, it's very easy for quality problems to arise. The alternative and better approach is to apply adjustments as a layer. Now, if we add a curves adjustment layer to our image, we can continue to make changes to it even after we've applied subsequent adjustments. This is much less damaging to the quality of the image, so you reduce the risk of introducing problems like banding. Here we can see the original image together with the layers we've added. This is called the layer stack. Each layer in the layer stack has an effect on the layer below it and creates the overall edited image. If we hide a layer by turning it off or on in the layer stack, we hide the effect from the image. But layers also have other advantages too. You can attach a mask to a layer. This allows you to control where the layer's effect is visible or hidden in the image. You can also adjust the opacity of the layer to control how strong its effect is. And layers have something called a blending mode attached to them, which I'll be covering in a later video. One very useful way to use layers is to combine different images into one. This is called compositing. In this example, I've got two versions of the same image. One of these was deliberately overexposed, and it has a pink tint to it. The other image was underexposed when it was captured and has a normal tint. You can then apply a mask to one of the images, allowing you to hide it and allow the image below to show through. As I paint, you can see the heather becoming lighter because the image below is starting to show through. In this way, I can blend multiple exposures together into a single, realistic and more pleasing image. Once you're familiar with this technique, you can use it to create all kinds of interesting images. Layers are important because they help us to preserve image quality and make photo editing easy. Now let's look at how layers are used similarly in Affinity Photo. Just as in Photoshop, we have a Layers Studio panel showing the layers in the photo we're editing. Just as before, we can turn the layers on and off to hide or display the effect. There's an opacity slider to control the strength of the layers effect. A layer mask to control where you see the layers effect on the image. As well as each layer having a blending mode. Once you know how to use layers in one photo editor, it becomes easy to translate that knowledge to others. I hope you found this video useful. I'm Whalley, you've been watching Lenscraft. I'll see you soon for another video.